Max, it's been a busy 2 weeks. When did you know that Christian Horner was parting ways with the team? Just talk us through that timeline. Was it during the British Grand Prix, just after the British Grand Prix? And what impact will this have on your future at Red Bull?
No, I mean, probably maybe half a day before it came out. And yeah, I mean, that was it, management told me about it. And then, life has to go on because, because we had the 2-week break. So there were, of course, from team side, a lot of things going on. But at the same time, I already had, basically like a week planned of holidays. So in a way, it was also good just to reflect on the first bit of the season, and just come back here and just go again, try to be better.
Well, Yuki, it's been a busy 2 weeks in the Red Bull camp. You'll be working with Laurent Mekies again. How much is that a bit of a fresh start for you? How do you feel you can progress in that second Red Bull seat with your old team principal?
Yeah, with him we have already good relationship. We had a past that we worked together, and I know how exactly how he works and how much things that he can bring into our team. So I'm excited to work with him, obviously. I just entered the paddock with him, and he was also excited, and he said he missed me, so that's very good.
Isaac, we've obviously had some big changes at the top of the team. Can you just let us know what your reaction was to Laurent's departure, and also what it's been like working with him in your rookie year? What was it that he really gave to you as team principal when he was at Racing Bulls?
Yeah, I mean, when it was announced, I was on the sim, so quite disappointing, to be honest. Like when I heard the news, because I had a great relationship with him. I mean, I still have, and I still will, but it's just it's a bit sad for the team, every team members, because he was very appreciated. But I'm very happy for him and his new missions now.
Can you just give us your reaction to the changes at the top with Laurent moving over to Red Bull, and also how you're feeling about working under Alain Permain?
Obviously big changes, but for us, not a lot changes, at least from my side. As drivers, for us, nothing is really changing. We still approach the weekends the same way. Obviously, for Laurent, I'm sure he's going to be very, very good at Red Bull. And for us, having Alan, who's obviously been in the team now for a couple of years with us, it's perfect, honestly, for us. So, for us, I think it's exciting. From a approach from my side, nothing really changes.
The last time we spoke, you were really, well, let's say unhappy with everything that happened in the Silverstone race. How did you deal with that afterwards, last 2 weeks, also to get back the momentum towards Spa? And it's 8 points now in the championship, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I had plenty of time to analyse it with the team, and we went through everything, and I feel like I understand where things are at with that. And I think in terms of momentum, I feel like I'm in a good place. I think, whilst I have lost points the last 2 weekends, I think ultimately the pace has been very strong. I think Austria, the pace on Sunday was very strong, and it was a tight battle. Silverstone, apart from the penalty, I felt like it was a very strong weekend and a very strong race. So ultimately, from that side of things, I would be more concerned if I was struggling with pace, but I feel like I'm in a really good place with the car, with the team, and how I'm driving.
I prefer if it was dry, to be honest. But it's always the same here in Spa, so I don't expect anything else. But a good few weekends. I don't think that matters at all coming into Spa. Like, it's a completely different track, different weather, whatever. So it's almost like I think in Formula 1 it's a complete reset and it's a try again. So that's what we've done. But yeah, worked a lot for this weekend. Not been my best track in the past, so prepared a bit more and going to try have another good weekend.
Bit of unfinished business here this weekend after the old disqualification last year.
I mean, I still see it as a victory, to be honest. I don't.
Do you? Have you discussed that with Lewis? 'Cause I think,
No, he's got enough victories to his name. He's happy to pass one over. So no, of course it'd be nice to fight again, but You know, this place does have a lot of special memories for me. Obviously, the front row qualifying in Williams in 2021, and then obviously, regardless of what happened last year with the disqualification, it was still probably the best race I've ever done in Formula One, and I still hold that with me. So, of course, I want to stand on the top step this year round and keep the trophy afterwards.
It's been challenging, I think. I've had quite a lot, some highs and quite a few lows. I think the European season hasn't gone very well. I think it's gone pretty bad, pretty badly. I think a few mistakes on my side, and then we had a couple of issues as well. But I think I'm still trying to learn a lot and trying to gather all the information, because sometimes, especially when you have back-to-back, it's a bit difficult to put all the information that you get over a weekend together and trying to put what you learn on track right after.
We're all searching, I'm sure you're searching for the development, for the change that's going to turn around this Ferrari car and get you and Lewis winning this year. Lewis was just asked at the press conference, tried on the simulator, does it make any change, this rear suspension thing we've all been waiting for? He said no, it didn't make any change that he felt. Is this going to be the change that you need to have a winning car this year or not?
Is it going to be the change? I will be careful of saying that. I think it's a change, and it's a change that is going in the right direction. I don't think there's anything in the car that today, even if we put the best of the best parts, will give us 3 or 4 tenths, which is what we are lacking compared to McLaren. So that's not the only thing that will make us go back to winning. But that is, I'm confident to say that is going to be one of the parts that hopefully will bring us closer to McLaren, because it's going in the right direction. Of that, I'm sure.
You had the new floor in Austria. You've got new suspension on the car here at Spa. Do you feel this is the moment where we might see what this car is finally capable of?
No. I think, firstly, we'll get to test the suspension tomorrow, and I'm sure there's going to be learnings from it. We'll kind of figure out how to fine-tune it and to try to extract performance from it. On the simulator, there's no difference. But I'm sure across different circuits, perhaps, there'll be benefits. So I think for me, the positive thing is arriving at the filming day where you see that new bits are coming. You see that we are getting development, because in general, we had an upgraded floor in Bahrain. Then it was quite some time before we got another upgrade. I think was Austria, and so pace-wise wasn't necessarily to what I would have thought we would have. If you look at some of the other teams, they bring in small pieces every single weekend, like Red Bull often do, or Mercedes do, for example, is where these are more like big chunks along the way. So I think I was just really happy to see that there clearly is a big push back at the factory. There are a lot of changes, and then to see the results of those changes takes time.
No, I think there's no secret in Formula One. I think if you do such a big commitment from the team to realize that you're not going to bring many upgrades to a Formula One season, you need to expect that sooner or later you will start falling back, because this is exactly how Formula One works. And even the midfield teams, they never sleep. Everyone is bringing every 3 or 4 races a bit of a package, a bit of an upgrade. And in Williams, we brought a couple of things at the beginning of the year with the updates of the front wing regulations. But realistically, we haven't brought anything up until now. So no secrets. We expected that. We still believe that is the right call, and we still trust the process.
I think we've had a good season so far. We've been really consistent. Whenever we haven't scored points, it's not really been in our control. I'm happy, really happy with how this season's gone so far. I think we've fallen down a little bit, the pecking order, with a lack of upgrades, but we have an update for this weekend, and hopefully that gets us in a good mood for the rest of the year.
And at the moment, every weekend we try to put on the best fight we can. Silverstone was a nice,
British weather came very handy to us, and I think we made the absolute best of the conditions and the entire weekend. So very happy for the team. We know this year will be more about seizing these couple of opportunities that show up during the year, rather than I don't think we can be very consistently right up there, but we'll try to repeat it as much as we can.
I think there has been different tracks that I've had some different weaknesses, but especially in long runs I've been quite strong lately. We are still focusing quite a bit in performance in low fuel. I'm still lacking in the new tire runs most of the time. So working with the car to find that confidence that sometimes I lack in the very high speed corners, but I think generally it's been improving. I started quite strong in Silverstone. Of course, it didn't end as we wanted, but I think with some good progress.
First, I think the priority is to understand that the new parts are bringing performance always on a sprint weekend. It's difficult to achieve that with only one free practice. Maybe the weather is not helping on that side. So, that will be the first priority, and then obviously try to score points if we can again on this weekend. But in terms of car performance, I think understanding the new part will be the main difficulty and the main priority as well.
Yeah, it's one of those tracks that it's just special. It's special to come back here every year. Like Silverstone, like Suzuka, it's got those high-speed, fast corners where you really feel the car come alive. Looking forward to it.
Holt, can we start with you? After that very memorable podium at Silverstone last time out, how have the last 2 weeks or so been?
Surprisingly, they've been very good. And actually nice to have a bit of time after and to enjoy the moment properly and not to dive straight into the next Grand Prix. So that was a good timing as well from that point of view. But no, obviously just an incredible race, and those conditions very tricky, but made all the right decisions, and obviously rewarded ourselves coming from last, which was pretty crazy and special.
Yeah, I feel like the momentum of the team has been great. We have been fighting always for points, and obviously Nico got his first podium in the last race. That was incredible and very cool to see. And I'm looking forward to keep this momentum up. Hopefully we can be fighting for points constantly. It's not easy. We know the midfield is super tight, but we're going to keep pushing and give our best to fight for it.
I want to ask you first of all, 2 weeks off, refreshed, ready for Spa, because you had your debut here in 2016, 9 years on. I wanted to know, how does that feel? If you had time to reflect on that, 9 years on, here you are back again at Spa. How do you approach it?
It's true. I didn't think about that, but yeah, it was here where the dream started. Really, I was on the grid with names like Jenson Button and all these guys, legend of the sport, and yeah, it was quite crazy. It went very fast, that weekend, but I will remember it for forever, for sure. Now I come back in a very different position. With very different targets, for sure. But coming in Spa is always quite special, for different reasons. But it's a track that you can't, play lightly about, and I look forward to start the week.
Yeah, it's been a nice few weeks off. I was in Goodwood for the first of the 2 weekends off, and then I took a nice vacation to reset a little bit and prepare for this little push before the summer break. I'm really excited to be here in Spa. It's an awesome track. I have good memories here. I had my first win in Formula 3 at this circuit, so it's been a special place for me, and the track itself holds a lot of history, and looking forward to tackling it in Formula 1.